In Stoic philosophy, virtue and vice are opposites. Virtue is the highest good and is sufficient for happiness, while vice is the absence of virtue and leads to misery. The Stoics believed that all vices stem from ignorance and a failure to live according to reason. Therefore, an evil person, from a Stoic perspective, is someone who consistently acts against reason and virtue. To recognize an evil person, we must understand the specific ways in which they deviate from virtue. Let us explore the characteristics and behaviors that, according to Stoic philosophy, signify malevolence. 1. Lack of virtue. The most fundamental characteristic of an evil person is a lack of virtue. Since virtue encompasses wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance, an evil person will exhibit deficiencies in these areas. Lack of wisdom. Wisdom for the Stoics involves practical knowledge and the ability to discern right from wrong. An unwise person makes decisions based on ignorance, impulsiveness, and short-term gratification, rather than long-term well-being. Their actions are often reckless and harmful, both to themselves and others. Lack of courage. Courage is the ability to face challenges and adversities with resilience and integrity. An evil person may display cowardice, avoiding difficult situations and responsibilities. They may also engage in deceitful behavior to escape accountability, showing a lack of moral fortitude. Lack of justice. Justice involves fairness, respect for others, and a commitment to the common good. An unjust person exploits, manipulates, and harms others for personal gain. They show no regard for equity or the well-being of their community, often causing discord and suffering. Lack of temperance. Temperance is the ability to control one's desires and impulses. An evil person often indulges in excesses, whether in the form of greed, lust, or gluttony. Their lack of self-discipline leads to destructive behavior and harm to themselves and those around them. 2. Dishonesty and deception. Honesty is a core value in Stoic philosophy. The Stoics emphasize the importance of truthfulness and integrity, believing that a virtuous life requires a commitment to the truth. An evil person, however, is characterized by dishonesty and deception. Habitual lying. An evil person frequently lies to achieve their goals. They manipulate information and deceive others to gain advantage. This behavior erodes trust and undermines social cohesion, leading to conflict and mistrust. Manipulation. Deceptive individuals use manipulation to control and exploit others. They twist facts, create false narratives, and play on people's emotions to achieve their ends. This manipulation often results in emotional and psychological harm to their victims. Betrayal. An evil person is prone to betrayal, breaking promises and violating trust. Their actions are driven by self-interest, and they show no loyalty or consideration for the impact of their actions on others. 3. Malicious intentions. The Stoics believed that intentions are crucial in determining the moral quality of actions. An evil person harbors malicious intentions, deriving pleasure from causing harm and chaos. Schadenfreude. An evil person takes pleasure in the misfortune of others. This perverse satisfaction, known as Schadenfreude, reveals a deeply flawed character and a lack of empathy. Envy and resentment. Envy and resentment drive many of the actions of an evil person. They feel threatened by the success and happiness of others and seek to undermine them. This destructive behavior stems from a profound sense of insecurity and inadequacy. Desire for dominance. An evil person often seeks power and control over others. Their desire for dominance leads them to engage in bullying, coercion, and even violence. This behavior reflects a deep-seated need to assert superiority and suppress others. 4. Lack of empathy. Empathy, the ability to understand and share the feelings of others, is essential for virtuous behavior. An evil person, however, exhibits a profound lack of empathy. Indifference to suffering. An evil person is indifferent to the suffering they cause. They lack compassion and fail to consider the impact of their actions on others. This indifference often leads to cruelty and neglect. Exploitation of vulnerability. Without empathy, an evil person exploits the vulnerability of others. They take advantage of those who are weak, needy, or trusting, causing harm and suffering. Self-centeredness. An evil person is self-centered, focused solely on fulfilling their own desires. Their actions are driven by selfishness, and they disregard the needs and well-being of others. 5. Disregard for natural law. The Stoics believed in the concept of natural law, a universal moral order that governs human behavior. An evil person acts in direct opposition to this natural order. Violation of moral principles. An evil person violates fundamental moral principles such as honesty, justice, and respect for others. Their actions disrupt the harmony and balance that is essential for a just and virtuous society. Selfish pursuits. Driven by selfish pursuits, an evil person disregards the common good. They prioritize their own interests over the well-being of their community, leading to social fragmentation and conflict. Destruction of harmony. By acting against natural law, an evil person creates disharmony and chaos. Their behavior undermines the social order and the collective efforts to maintain peace and cooperation. 6. Resistance to correction and growth. The Stoics emphasize the importance of self-improvement and learning from one's mistakes. An evil person, however, resists correction and personal growth. Stubbornness. An evil person is often stubborn, refusing to acknowledge their faults and mistakes. This resistance to change prevents them from improving their behavior and perpetuates their negative impact on others. Pride and arrogance. Pride and arrogance are common traits of an evil person. They believe they are superior and above reproach, dismissing any attempts to correct or guide them. This hubris blinds them to their own flaws and the harm they cause. Lack of reflection. An evil person lacks the capacity for self-reflection. They do not engage in introspection or seek to understand the consequences of their actions. This lack of self-awareness keeps them trapped in a cycle of harmful behavior. Guarding against evil influences. Recognizing an evil person through the lens of Stoic philosophy is not only about identifying harmful behaviors, but also about protecting ourselves from their influence. The Stoics teach us to cultivate our own virtues and to remain steadfast in our commitment to reason and moral integrity. Cultivate wisdom. By developing wisdom, we can better discern right from wrong and make sound decisions. Wisdom helps us to recognize deceit and manipulation, allowing us to navigate difficult situations with clarity and insight. Practice courage. Courage enables us to confront challenges and adversities with resilience. It empowers us to stand up to injustice and to protect ourselves and others from harm. Embrace justice. Committing to justice ensures that we act with fairness and respect towards others. It fosters a sense of community and mutual support, strengthening our ability to resist malevolent influences. Exercise temperance. Temperance helps us to control our desires and impulses. It promotes self-discipline and moderation, reducing the risk of being swayed by selfish pursuits. Seek truth and integrity. By valuing truth and integrity, we build trust and strengthen our moral character. Honesty protects us from the corrosive effects of deception and falsehood. Develop empathy. Cultivating empathy enhances our understanding of others' experiences and feelings. It fosters compassion and kindness, enabling us to build positive and supportive relationships. Adhere to natural law. Aligning our actions with natural law ensures that we contribute to the common good and maintain harmony in our community. It guides us towards ethical behavior and mutual respect. Commit to personal growth. Embracing self-improvement and learning from our mistakes helps us to grow and evolve. It encourages humility and openness to change, allowing us to become better versions of ourselves. Conclusion. In conclusion, Stoic philosophy provides a profound and practical guide for recognizing and dealing with evil people. By understanding the characteristics of virtue and vice, we can identify malevolent individuals and protect ourselves from their harmful influence. If you liked my video, please press the like button and don't forget to subscribe.